Hi guys, welcome to the lesson. Let's start. Октябрьская революция 1917 года. Историческая справка. Just reminding you that справка, in this case, it means brief information. In other cases, that would be an official document. So, Октябрьская революция 1917 года, the October Revolution of 1917, historical brief reference or brief information. Please open your printed materials of just treat it as our learning materials. And if you do not have it printed, please click on the link below this video. You will get it on your screen. And in the article, you need to find the part that is called События Октябрьской революции. Now, События means events. Do you remember? We had this word events. The events of October Revolution. Now, I hope you do have it printed, and if you have a chance now, please print it out, because today you will have to mark lots of things here. But if you do not have this option, then that's also fine. Just take a notebook or a piece of paper and write down the new vocabulary. That's advanced Russian for you, non-adapted Russian. It is aimed at Russian-speaking people, native Russian speakers. События Октябрьской революции, the event of October Revolution. События Октябрьской революции 1917 года развивались стремительно. Стремительно means very fast. And развивались means developed. Развивались comes from развиваться, to develop. So, and события means events. So, события Октябрьской революции, the events of October Revolution, 1917 года, of such and such year, развивались стремительно, developed very fast. Now, they have two dates because after the revolution, the calendar was changed. The dates were changed. So 24th of October, that's the old style of the Tsarist Russia. And 6th of November, that's a new style, of Bolshevik style of calendar. So, 24 октября, 6 ноября 1917 года началось спланированное вооруженное восстание против Временного правительства. So, on such and such date of the year 1917, started. Now, please underline the word спланированное. It means planned. Sometimes you encounter that as планированное. Sometimes спланированное. Yeah? So, спланированное, вооруженное. Вооруженное means armed. Armed. Восстание means rebellion. That's восстание. Против, against. Временного правительства. So, временное правительство would be temporary government. Here you have a capital letter because that's a proper name, but in the Russian history. But временный means temporary. Правительство means government. So now see how it all works together. 24 октября, 6 ноября 1917 года началось спланированное вооруженное восстание против Временного правительства. On the 24th of October, the 6th of November of 1917, started, planned, armed, rebellion against the temporary government. Just want to applaud your comprehension. Well done. Then they say, I will read it first, all of it, and then you're going to get it 100%. Днем 24 октября, 6 ноября, юнкера попытались развести мосты через Неву. Это помогло бы отрезать от центра другие районы. Но военно-революционный комитет ВРК направил к мостам отряды Красной гвардии и солдат, которые охраняли мосты. Солдаты блокировали юнкерские училища. Don't worry if you didn't get much. Let's read the first sentence. Днем 24 октября, 6 ноября, юнкера попытались развести мосты через Неву. Это помогло бы отрезать от центра другие районы. So днем means during the day, right? Днем. During the day of such and such date. Юнкера, those are the students of military academies in Russia, in the Tsarist Russia. So the military, so I will just translate that as military academy students. Попытались, tried. Now, развести мосты через Неву. Мосты means bridges. Развести basically means, in this case, in the connection of bridges, it's like to open something apart. You know, like they open apart the bridge in order for ships to pass. But the proper English term would be raise the drawbridges. So развести мосты через Неву would be raise the drawbridges over the Neva River. Yeah? So that's развести мосты через Неву. So just open the bridges so that people cannot pass from one shore to another, or from one bank of the river to another. So now please see how it works together so far. Днем 24 октября, 6 ноября, юнкера попытались развести мосты через Неву. So during the day of the 24th of October, the 6th of November, the military students tried to raise the drawbridges over Neva. Это помогло бы отрезать от центра другие районы. So отрезать basically means to cut, but in this case it would be, you could also use cut or separate. So, and B here, that's it, it's would. That would help. Это помогло бы. That would help. Отрезать от центра. To cut from the center. Другие районы. Other neighborhoods or other areas. So район might mean neighborhood in the urban setting or just area in general. So now look how it all works together. Днем 24 октября, 6 ноября, юнкера попытались развести мосты через Неву. Это помогло бы отрезать от центра другие районы. On the day of the 24th of October, or during the day, you might also say, the 6th of November, military students tried to raise the drawbridges over Neva that would help to cut the other areas from the center. Okay, and then they continue. Но военно-революционный комитет, ВРК, направил к мостам отряды Красной гвардии и солдат, которые охраняли мосты. But this organization, which is военно-революционный комитет, so военно comes from война, which is war or military. Военно basically means also military. So you could, and комитет means committee. So военно-революционный комитет, you could translate that as Military Revolutionary Committee. ВРК. Maybe they translate historically maybe they have some other term, but it's not very important in my opinion for now, for the purpose of this particular lesson. But this organization, the Military Revolutionary Committee, направил к мостам. Направил means directed. So how would you translate направил к мостам? Directed to the bridges. So отряды would be units or squads. So отряды Красной гвардии would be гвардия, it's like army. So that would be the squads of Red Army. И солдат, которые охраняли мосты. The squads of Red Army and soldiers who protected the bridges. So when they say that this particular committee, like Military Revolutionary Committee, направил к мостам отряды Красной гвардии и солдат, которые охраняли мосты, I would translate that as this organization directed to the bridges the squads of the Red Guard, or Red, yeah, it's not even Red Army, it's Red Guard, and soldiers who guarded the bridges, or who protected the bridges. Now, just see how it all works together. So you remember those military students tried to take the bridges open, to open up the bridges so that people cannot pass from one bank to another. But then they say, но военно-революционный комитет, ВРК, направил к мостам отряды Красной гвардии и солдат, которые охраняли мосты. But the Military Revolutionary Committee, ВРК, directed to the bridges squads of the Red Guard and the soldiers who guarded the bridges. Солдаты блокировали юнкерские училища. So училище means college. So юнкерские училища would mean military colleges. Солдаты блокировали, so the soldiers blocked the military colleges. Now, next one. Вечером 24 октября Ленин лично прибыл в Смольный и возглавил вооруженное восстание. So лично means personally. So in the evening of such and such date, Lenin personally. Прибыл в, you can underline it as one expression, arrived at. So arrived at Smolny. So Smolny is a name of a building where the first Bolshevik government was. You can look it up on the internet. What is Smolny? But that's just the name of a place. И возглавил, so возглавить means to become, to lead something. It comes from голова, возглавил, yeah? So he became like the head of. So I will just translate that as became a leader. Вооруженное, it's armed, and восстание, rebellion. So now look how it all works together. Вечером 24 октября Ленин лично прибыл в Смольный и возглавил вооруженное восстание. So in the evening of the 24th of October, Lenin personally arrived in Smolny, and actually arrived at Smolny, and became the head of the armed rebellion. Next. В ночь с 24 по 25 октября красногвардейцы Выборгского района, солдаты Кексгольмского полка и революционные моряки заняли главный почтамт. Now, почтамт, you can underline it right away. That's the post office building. Почтамт. So, главный почтамт would be the main post office building. So, в ночь means in the night of, like, с, по means between one thing and the other thing. So, during the night between the 24th and 25th of October, красногвардейцы means the people of the Red Guard. So, the people of the Red Guard of Выборгского района, so Выборгский region, yeah, of Выборгский region. Солдаты Кексгольмского полка. So полка comes from the word polk. It's a military term, means regiment. Therefore, солдаты Кексгольмского полка would be the soldiers of Kexgolmsky regiment. и революционные моряки. So моряки means sailors. So революционные моряки would be the revolutionary sailors. Заняли means occupied. Заняли. Occupied the main post office. Now look how it all works together. В ночь с 24 по 25 октября красногвардейцы Выборгского района, солдаты Кексгольмского полка и революционные моряки заняли главный почтамт. So during the night between the 24th and 25th of October, the people of the Red Guard of Vyborgsky region, the soldiers of Kexgolmsky regiment, and revolutionary sailors occupied the main post office. Okay, guys, so that's where we will stop today. And I'm going to read to you, just for you to check your comprehension. I'm going to read this whole part that we did today at the lesson. So listen. События Октябрьской революции. События Октябрьской революции 1917 года развивались стремительно. 24 октября, 6 ноября 1917 года началось спланированное вооруженное восстание против Временного правительства. Днем 24 октября, 6 ноября юнкера попытались развести мосты через Неву. Это помогло бы отрезать от центра другие районы. Но военно-революционный комитет ВРК направил к мостам отряды Красной гвардии и солдат, которые охраняли мосты. Солдаты блокировали юнкерские училища. Вечером 24 октября Ленин лично прибыл в Смольный и возглавил вооруженное восстание. В ночь с 24 по 25 октября красногвардейцы Выборгского района, солдаты Кексгольмского полка и революционные моряки заняли главный почтамт. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for your attention. If you need private lesson in Russian, contact me below this video. There are my contact details. We will have our first lesson for free, and this lesson is going to help you big time. And then you will decide if you want to continue or not. It has no obligation on your part. Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.